Wow, brilliant. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, guys, do you know what? I'm so excited. I'm absolutely excited. Okay. So today's event, we got some special lineups. We got Michael. We got Nikki knows now. We got Des Amey. We got Emmanuel. Absolutely mind blowing. But guys, I also have a special guest for you guys today. Yeah, I have a special guest for you guys today. Okay, well, a special guest. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, a special guest. This dude is a good friend of mine. Yeah, we go way back. For those who know me, just a little nugget. I used to be his manager. Okay, so I used to be in the Afrobeats scene. Okay, I was his manager. So I used to be in the artist industry. His latest song on YouTube is over 80 million views. All right, guys, put some love in the box for my friend, number one hit artist, DJ Afro B, the artist of Joanna. Joanna. Yes.
Dano, come on.
Afro B, unmute yourself, my bro.
Yo.
Yes.
I can't see myself though.
I can see you, man. I can see you. I can see you. We can't hear you now, bro. We can't hear you now.
Hello.
Yes.
Yo.
My guy.
How you doing, man? How's everyone, man?
How are you?
God bless.
God bless you.
I'm here, man.
Mac.
No barber, so I'm looking like a caveman, man.
Hey, listen, guys. Hey, listen, you blown, bro. You blown.
Not yet, man. Not yet.
You blown.
Way,
All right, so FOB, like couple months ago, I was literally asking some of the youth at my church, you know, what do you want to do in your career? And I think about 60% of them said, you know, they want to get into the, you know, performing arts industry. They want to get into media, you know, become YouTubers. They want to get into, you know, that kind of arts and craft stuff. So I thought, you know what, let me holler at you and just kind of share your kind of journey to this point, you know. So, you know, with your hit song, Joanna Drogba, but also how you got to become a hit radio artist at Capital Extra as well.
Yeah, so I've been in the industry for like 10 years. Started off playing keys in church, in fact.
Come on.
I played keys in church. And then that's when I built up the skills and this knowledge on the music itself. So I was listening to gospel from, you know, the Marvin Sapp to the type of music they were doing in my country, Ivory Coast. And then I was actually, after that, I was composing music for the choir in my secondary school, St. Paul's.
Okay.
And from then, I developed the skill of DJing, playing just solely African music to spread the culture. Then from there, I just woke up one day, thought, you know what, let me try this singing thing, man. So I did that. And then my first hit before Joanna, before everything, was actually a gospel Afro song called Baba God.
Baba God Day.
And the crazy thing is, yeah, after that song, that's when doors started to open. And then, yeah, man, long story short, Joanna came. And then, yeah, that was just the global smash, man. So since then, I've just been in every other country. And yeah, we're here today, man.
So has it always been your goal to be an artist?
Well, it would have been down the music lane one way or the other. Definitely definitely some type of similar, something to do with music. Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, okay. So what would you say to those who want to get into the performing arts, music industry, you know, the kind of media industry? What would you give them? Like, if you can give me 3 nuggets, what would you say?
3 nuggets. Obviously, first and foremost, put God first. Second, don't get attached to the world. although it's crazy because the whole. Huh? Okay, wait. Let me go to a quieter place.
No problem.
Although this scene is for the world, yeah, you can still be in it, but not get attached. So not get involved with like the messy things that are going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, but at the same time, when you're getting interviews from people, and when people are asking, like, how did you get to your position? You should always promote God's name and the spread His name anywhere you can. Because I know people have negative things to say, but if you're doing well, and then you're on a bigger platform, and then you then mention God's name, it's like you're spreading His name to like a wider audience that may not know about Him. Do you get what I'm saying?
Word.
So everyone has a different route. You can go straight gospel, or you can do whatever it is. But if you're successful in that lane, with those in a weird kind of world, you can then convert people.
I hear you.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%.
how many points did I say? 2.
Well, you said 1.
Oh, I said 1 point. No, I said put God first.
Put God first, yeah.
What did I say again? Don't get attached to the world.
Okay, yeah.
And let's be a visionary, innit? Wherever you see yourself is where you go.
Word. Love for that.
And,
Love for that.
I don't know how many points that was.
Yeah, that was 3. Love for that. Yo, bro, I'm so proud of you, man. You're doing so well.
Love, man. Bless you. Where are you at?
Romford, home.
Oh, Romford. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's your church?
Harvest Church London in Wembley.
Okay.
Did you invite you down one day, man?
Yeah, I'm even looking for one. Well, obviously after this, I'm gonna go to one.
Yeah.
Join us. Come on.
And you're Northwest London guy as well, innit?
Huh? No, it's Greenwich.
Greenwich, yeah? Okay, well, don't man. You can come to Northwest, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go Lighthouse, but yeah, I'm looking for a new spot.
My guy. All right, listen,
man.
bro.
Everyone stay safe, stay blessed. You know.
All right, listen. I just heard your new tune with T-Pain. Absolutely brilliant.
Man.
Bro, listen. Before I leave you, just drop 2 lines for them and say goodbye, man. Drop 2 lines, Joanna. 2 lines. Drop 2 lines.
Oh, what? Words of advice or?
Joanna, man. Come on, man. Joanna, bro.
Oh, Joanna.
Joanna.
Hey. But yeah, man. Like I know the music thing is very worldly, but there's ways to.
Come on, man. Proud of you, man,
to be tactical, and once you get to that top platform, tell the masses about what the real thing is, innit? So a good example is Kanye West. Obviously, he went through what he went through, and now that he's like probably the biggest artist right now, he's now spreading God's name, doing gospel albums. And that's just planting the seed on everyone's head, thinking, okay. And the moment he became a billionaire is when he gave his life. So you get what I'm saying?
100%, bro.
So at the same time, you have to be tactical. But if you say, if you're like too forward from the get-go, people might try to stunt your growth.
Yeah. I hear you.
So man. Just have to pray for guidance.
I hear you, man. Hey, listen, man, we're all rooting for you, man. Well, thank you for jumping on, man. Appreciate you, yeah?
Hey, blessings, man. Big up the church. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
I'm going to be there after this.
Let's make it happen, yeah? All right, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Take care, yeah?
Yeah.
Cheers. Wow. Guys, if you're excited about that call, again, I'm all about interaction and the fire. Drop me number 3 in the chat box. Number 3 in the chat box. Come on. Number 3 in the chat box. If you're excited about that fire, literally what Afrobeat literally just said was to not give up on whatever your beliefs are. Okay? So whatever you believe in, you do not give up on that. Okay? And no matter what you do, okay, no matter what industry you go into, okay, you can still proclaim God's word. Okay? So don't let anybody say, okay, you're this. So then, you can't do that. All right? You can get into any industry you want to. And Afrobeat is an example of that. All right, guys, we're going to keep it moving straight away. Okay? I'm really, really excited. The next person that we have on is a man.
Okay, I need to write.
Sorry, the next person we have on is a man that I truly respect. When you hear him talk, I actually went to uni with him, and just to see his growth is absolutely admirable. He's a good friend of mine. He's an entrepreneur, and he is a youth pastor and also a youth leader. Okay, Michael Agyei, are you on the call?
My bro, how's
my guy. My guy.
Hey.
Listen, guys, this guy is absolutely, his work ethic is 101. His work ethic is serious. Michael, drop some nuggets for the youth, man.
Cool, man. Absolutely honor and a privilege to be on this call. I hope everyone is doing well. Guys, if you can hear me, please drop a number 7 in the box right now, and let me make sure that I'm connected, that everyone is on the same wavelength. Absolutely honored to be on this call. Absolutely great to have Afrobeat on the line. Absolutely incredible individual who's achieved so much. First of all, I just give it back to Philip for organizing this call. It's absolutely amazing to be able to gather people together and to literally pour into you guys, for you to be able to achieve your goals. I see all the 7s, absolutely amazing, great to connect. So my topic that I'm going to be sharing with you guys over the next few minutes is not giving up on your dreams. Not giving up on your dreams. That's the topic that we've been given. But before that, I hope everyone is safe. At first, this lockdown was fun. Everyone was excited, they're off work, off uni, off school, until people started to have some mental breakdowns, The other day, my son was like, I need to go out now. I want to go to church now. I'm like, bro, you better just relax because we're here for a minute, But I hope everyone's doing well and keeping safe. It's so, so important. I did biomedical science at university. I'm a master's in hematology. Like Philip said, went to Kingston. So I know that when it comes to viruses, the only way in which we can battle this is to, number one, obviously trust in God, to keep us protected and covered. But what we can do on our part is to make sure that we're keeping our immune system healthy. It's so, so important. And is the way in which we think. Let's not be over paranoid about this thing, because our mindset is connected to everything that we do. Whatever you focus on grows. If you focus on the news, that's going to continue to give you scare tactics and just literally drag you in. That's what's going to happen. You're going to cough and all of a sudden you're going to think you got corona, and your mind is so powerful. I don't think you understand how powerful your mind is, I give you a quick story. There was a guy who used to work in a broken freezer. He used to fix these very big industrial freezers, One day he actually went into one and the door locked behind him. It closed and he wasn't able to open it. The guy was banging on the door, and in the morning, they found this man frozen to death. He was frozen to death being in this freezer. Wrote a letter back to his family saying how he loved them. The irony was this: the freezer was broken. That's the irony. The freezer was broken, but his mind was so powerful to let him know that he was going to freeze to death. So that's exactly what happened. So that's how powerful our mind is. So make sure, guys, that you're staying healthy. You're going out, getting fresh air. You're sticking to the rules of social distancing. And trust me, we will get through this. When you look at the word crisis, it's made up of 2 characters in the Chinese language, the word crisis. The first character means danger. But the second character means opportunity. So danger and opportunity. So in every crisis, in every setback, in every struggle, there is an opportunity for us to go to another level. So let us look at the opportunities of where we are right now. Guys, in the last recession, that's where companies like, Netflix and Uber came out of. That's where they had their growth spurt, in the recession, because it's simply survival of the fittest. So guys, let's use this time in order to really sharpen our minds in order to gain what it is that we want to gain. So how can we not give up on our dreams? First of all, we have to know what our dreams are. What is it that you really want? You can't give up on something that you don't know. What is your dream? When you close your eyes, what is it that you think about? Guys, 97% of people in this world don't have goals, especially written down. And if you don't have a goal, where is it that you're going? Because our mind is like a sat navigation system. We have to be specific about what it is that we want. Know what we want, and most importantly, write it down. And it's biblical. The Bible says, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh. The Word became flesh. It started off in the mind. It started off in heaven, but then it became flesh. So I want you guys to know, how powerful is your mind? Everything in this world was created twice. Everything in the world is created twice. Everything that you see. This glass was created twice. This phone was created twice. Where was it first created? In the mind. Somebody thought about it first, and then it became a reality. This phone, it was first thought about in the mind of somebody. Then it became a reality. That means your thoughts are very powerful. Where you are today is a consequence of what you're thinking about. It's a consequence of what your thoughts are. So number one, in order for you not to give up on your dreams, you need to know, what is your dream? What is it that you want? Write the dream down, like someone rightly put in the book, in the chat, Habakkuk 2:2. The Lord said, write it down, write the vision and make it plain. Though it may tarry, it shall come to pass. Write it down, exactly what it is that you want, and be specific about it. Like I said, your mind is like a sat nav. When you take an Uber, let's say you want to go to Tottenham, Tottenham Stadium. You write North London, the cab driver is going to take you anywhere in North London. You write Tottenham, it'll drop you anywhere in Tottenham. But if you write the address of the Tottenham football station with the postcode, it will take you exactly there. So write your goals down, be specific, And like I always say, people always hear me say, guys, when you write it down, whatever you visualize will materialize. You see that goal, you see it, you believe it, you work towards it, it shall come to pass, So guys, I want to say this. When we're talking about dreams, Les Brown said this. He said that the majority of people die at the age of 25, but they're not buried until 65. The majority of people die at the age of 25, but are not buried to the age of 65. What does that mean? By the age of 25, many people have lost the identity of who they are. Many people have stopped dreaming. They've stopped believing that they can actually achieve whatever they've written down. And they start to just move by the wind. 25 to 65, they're just living average, mediocre life. But I'm here to let you know that you have greatness in you. You have the ability to achieve anything that you put down. You have the ability to achieve anything. Guys, don't let nobody, even yourself, limit you to what it is that you can achieve. Somebody would have said to Afrobeat that you could never have a hit song, and be where you are today. But look at him. Somebody would have said to so many of the great people who have achieved so much that they could never be where they are. If they would have believed it, that would have limited them to what it is that they could do. Guys, our dreams, we want the lifestyle. Listen to this as I end. We want the lifestyle. When we talk about the dreams of what it was or what it is that we want to achieve, it's the lifestyle, whether it's financial freedom, time freedom, doing charity work, being a minister. We want that lifestyle. That lifestyle will only come from the success. And success is whatever it looks like to you. It could be a particular grade. It could be a particular income. But that success will give you the lifestyle that you want. But how can you get that lifestyle? Or that success is from your actions. Whatever you do on a day-to-day basis, will give you the success and give you the lifestyle. But what drives you to act is your feelings. How do you feel? If you don't feel like going to the gym, my friend, you will not go to the gym. No matter how badly you want the six-pack, you don't feel like it, you're not going to go. The days you wake up and you don't want to go to school and your mom is like, go to school. If you don't want to go to school, trust me, your body will be in school, but your mind will be elsewhere. So your feelings drive your actions. But what drives your feelings is your beliefs. The things that you believe will drive your feelings. Your feelings will drive your actions. Your actions will then drive you to get the success and then get the lifestyle. But what's the last thing? What drives your belief is the way you're programmed. The way your mind is programmed. Guys, you must understand that your mind, you have a subconscious mind, you have a conscious mind. The conscious mind is what you consciously think about. The things you want to say, it's all in your conscious mind. But your subconscious mind is a part of your brain or your mind that is so powerful. So powerful. When we talk about things are created twice, the subconscious mind is the one that drives that. And everything that you've been through in life to this point has shaped your subconscious mind, your programming. Let's just say from young, you were always told that you were shy. You will grow up believing that you're shy because of what people have said around you. That's why they say, be careful the people you have around you. Because even though consciously you may not think they're having an impact on you, subconsciously they are. So guys, in order for you not to give up on your dreams, you have to reprogram your mind to have success. Reprogram your mind. Analyze the friends you have around you, the type of music you're listening to, what you're seeing on TV, because all this will form a blueprint that you can't consciously control that will determine whether you become successful or not. Reprogram your mind. The Bible says, let that mind of Christ be in you. It talks about the renewing of the mind. All these things that the world talks about are biblical principles. Renew your mind because your mind has been conditioned by society. Your mind has been conditioned by negative people. So reprogram your mind for success. And that reprogramming of your mind will drive your beliefs. Your beliefs will then drive your feelings, which will then enable you to act. That will then give you the success that you want. And then your success will give you your lifestyle. That is the blueprint. That is it. So guys, what I want to say to you is this. Not giving up on your dreams is about the blueprint. Some people have been programmed to struggle financially. No matter how many books you read, no matter how many seminars you go to, if your blueprint ain't reprogrammed, you will only end up that particular way. You can't expect orange fruits from a seed that is meant to produce bananas. Stop trying to change the fruits when the issue is with the roots. Reprogram your mind. Have your goals written down. Change your blueprint. I don't have much time, so I can't really go much deep into this. But all I want to say to you is this, guys. We have an opportunity to achieve whatever it is that we want to achieve. You have greatness in you, like Les Brown always says. He says, stay hungry. Stay hungry for success. Stay hungry for what it is that you've been called to do. God has given you everything that you need. Some people are praying for things that God has already given you. Stop praying for answers that God has given you. He's giving you the answer and you're still praying. There was a time when there was a flood, a story of a flood in a city. There was a warning, there's going to be a flood, everyone escape. There's going to be a flood, everyone escape. And you had that super spiritual guy goes, you know what? I don't need to run. God is going to save me. They were warning you, run. There's going to be a flood. Run, it's going to be a flood. He said, God is going to save me. It started to rain and the water was rising. It rose up and he went to the first floor of his house. They brought a ladder and they said to him, guys, come down. We're going to save you. Come down. He's like, nope, God is going to save me. God is going to save me. The water kept rising, and he went to the top of his roof. The rescue people brought a helicopter to him. Said, come, this is your last chance, come. He said, nope, God is gonna save me. God is gonna save me. The story goes that the guy drowned. And when he got to heaven, he said, God, why didn't you save me? God went, wait, hold on. I sent you the warning that everyone should escape. You didn't listen. I sent you the ladder. You didn't want to come down. I even sent you a helicopter and you didn't want to take it. I tried to save you. But just because it wasn't packaged in the way that you wanted it to, you missed your blessing. Guys, I want to say this to you. God has given you everything you need to obtain your heart's desire. He says, I'm going to give you your heart's desire. When the Bible says that we were made in the image of God, it means that the mind that God used to create the world, remember this is a revelation that some of you need to catch. How did God create the world? He said, let there be light, and there was light. It means that the light was first created in the mind of God before he spoke it, and then it came to pass. And the Bible says that he created man in his own image. He made him from dust and breathed in him the breath of life. That means the same attributes to be able to create. God has given it to us. So you need to create your own future. You need to create your own dreams. Let that mind in Christ be in you. Remember that your dreams is in your mind. So don't think negative. You think negative things are going to happen. Focus on positivity, because whatever you focus on grows. Now I'm going to stop here because Philip knows I can go on and on and on. I'm so passionate about this. But guys, I'm so excited to be on here with you. You know, guys, we have an opportunity. Let's not look at this as danger, but let's look at this as an opportunity for us to level up, for us to be realigned with God, for us to renew our relationship with our parents, with our spouses, so that when we come out of this, we're going to be purified like gold, and we'll be able to take back everything that the devil has stolen. Guys, it's been an honor to be here. My name is Michael Agyei. I'm going to hand it back over to my good friend and brother, Philip Poku. Guys, God bless.
Wow, 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 wow. Guys, I told you that this guy can talk, man. This guy can talk. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Guys, let's bring out the gas. Let's show Michael our love and appreciation. Drop him a number 4 in the chat box. Let him know that you heard. Let him know that you listened. Let him know that, you know, that went deep in the soul. Show him that love. Show him that love. Show him that love. Number 4 in the chat box. Show him that love. Michael, we appreciate you. Wow. Guys, some of the nuggets that he said, absolutely crazy. First, he asked the question, what drives you to act? He said that your feelings drives you to act. So then you've got to manage your feelings. Wow. And then he goes on to say, to not give up on your mind, you must reprogram your mind. Absolutely amazing. Do not give up. You must reprogram your mind. So for those, and then he also, went on to say that it is the blueprint. It is the blueprint that we must reprogram our mind. And then he ended on saying that as children of God, as God has made us in his own image, just as God created the world, we can also create. To every youth out there, you can be creative. You are creative. Whatever that you have an idea on, act on it. So what if you fail? So what if you fail? If you got a business idea, act on it. If you want to be number 1, act on it. If you want to start something, act on it. Act on it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. That's exactly what Michael Agyei said. Michael, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving your time, your love, and your expertise to this call. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Guys, we're going to move on. Again, we've got more fire for you guys. Absolutely amazing. All right, guys, the next person we have on, I hope he's on the call. I think I just saw his name. We have Emmanuel on the call. This man is what I call articulate. He's a grinder. I literally met him about 2 years ago. We've been good friends ever since. You know, we was in business together about 2 years ago, and he gives advice on, you know, life insurance, investments, business. He's absolutely amazing. Just recently, he finished a series on Channel 4. Literally, an 8-part series on Channel 4. It was literally called, Save Well, Save Better, with Bianca Miller and many more. This guy is absolutely amazing. And he's going to come and talk to you today about money management. If I got taught this in school, my gosh, God knows where I'll be. Yeah. Michael, I hope you're on a call, my brother. Sorry, Emmanuel, sorry. You're on a call, my brother. Emmanuel.
Hey, how are you? Okay?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't complain.
Come on, my guy like Emmanuel. Thank you for coming on the call today, man.
No problem, man. No problem at all.
Appreciate you. So, man, take the floor, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I hope everyone's good, man. Michael, that was an amazing talk, man. Really powerful. The words was amazing, man. God continue to bless you as you bless others, man. That was powerful. And Phil, thank you for creating this platform. I wish when I was younger I had something like this. Do you know what I mean? Be in a different place. Yeah, man. I think for me, we can talk about money management and but let me tell you about me first before we even got here to anything. So basically, I grew up in a place called East London, place called Tower Hamlets. Anyone ever heard of Tower Hamlets?
Come on.
London. So where I lived was a place called Limehouse. If you know, if you're from South, when you come out of Rotherhithe Tunnel, that's Limehouse. That's where you land. That's where I grew up, and I grew up on a council estate. But right next to where I lived in Limehouse is a place called Canary Wharf. Anyone ever heard of Canary Wharf? If you heard of Canary Wharf, let me know. Anyone ever heard of Canary Wharf? So
Yeah.
basically, growing up on a council estate, man, from my window I could see these two buildings. One was the Barclays building, and the other one was the HSBC building. And at 13, 14, I told myself, I gotta be in those buildings. You say, why do I say I gotta be in those buildings? Because I come from a place here. When you leave the kitchen, if you leave the light on, your mum's gonna switch on you. You understand? Who left the light on? Don't you know the electricity bill? You understand? That's where I come from. At night, I used to look out, and these big, tall skyscraper buildings, the lights are on 24/7. I said, no, there must be money over there. Because I can't even leave the light on in my kitchen. You're leaving lights on in whole buildings, 30-something floors. So I said, no, I got to get over there. And so what happened was I told myself I got to be there. Something I said at 13, 14. I didn't know how. I was going to do it. I ain't got no bridging over there. I ain't got nothing over there, but I've got to get over there. So basically, I got a job in Marks and Spencer's, 5 o'clock in the morning. There was no bus them times. I had to walk. It was in Marks and Spencer's in Canary Wharf. I had to walk.
How old were you?
I was 18 because my dad said, you're 18 now, you have to get a job. No, 16. 16. So you know, 16 you get your NI card, right? 16 college, yeah, 18. I was 18 when I got it. So I got the job at 18, and then from there, I worked there and got a job as a cashier in Barclays while I was doing my degree at 18. So I did my degree in Greenwich University, Accounting and Finance, and I used that to become a cashier at Barclays. All right. Now I knew that I'm not. If you know me, I'm not a book smart person. Like my time, I was an athlete. If I was gonna play basketball or rugby, one of the two, I was gonna blow. So I never took school too serious because I was fast, I was athletic, I could do that. So I knew that, right, I'm gonna blow on one of these things. They was gassing me anyway from time. But obviously, being African, you gotta have that backup plan because and I had to go uni. My parents been talking about uni since I was in primary school. So I had to go. So obviously now I've got the job, and I started hustling at Barclays, working hard. So I was part-time at Barclays, but I was doing Target more than people that were full-time. You say, how did I get to that? What I did is that I met the branch manager like me, and the branch manager told me if I'm on time, I'm late. That changed my life. Told me if I'm on time, I'm late. So what I did was I changed my clock to 30 minutes early. So I'm get 30 minutes early, and I aim to get everywhere 30 minutes early. Okay? So imagine that. I'm getting everywhere 1 hour early. My mom's looking at me, why are you leaving the house so early? I'm getting everywhere 1 hour early. But you see, when you get to the branch 1 hour early, guess who you meet there? The branch manager. So now I'm getting there early. I'm with the branch manager. We 1 hour before the branches before people even get there. So we're having one-to-ones. We're talking. He's telling me about how I can develop, things I can do, if I want to, all the different positions I can become, the things I can do. So I'm getting training from the branch manager, and that taught me the importance of having a mentor. You see, in life, if you don't have someone that's been there, done it before.
Talking about, if Afrobeat was on here, talking about how to make music.
Hello. Yeah.
Whoever the host is, please put everybody on silent if you can.
So yeah. So basically, he told me that taught me the importance of having a mentor. You see, when you have a mentor, you have someone that's done it before you. They can tell you things and make you get to somewhere faster. And so, to cut a long story short, at 22, I became a financial advisor. I was the youngest financial advisor in the country in Barclays. On my first day after qualifying, I went to the top floor of the Barclays building, and I looked back at my estate. Listen, I was so high up, I couldn't even see my estate. I just knew what direction it was in. What I'm trying to tell you is that something that I thought about at 13, 14, I made come true at 22.
Come on.
So if you believe in yourself, like I said, I didn't have a plan, I didn't have a brethren. I had the thought, I had the idea, and then I was intentional. I was prepared to go and work at 5 a.m. in Marks and Spencer's, going into them freezers when other people wasn't. I was prepared to become a cashier, even though I'm getting a degree, because when other people wasn't. I was prepared to get to the branch at 1 hour early when other people wasn't. And by 22, I'm sitting in rooms with millionaires telling them what to do with their money. Me, that's from a council estate. So when I tell you that no one can't put no limits on you, like I said, I ain't got mad GCSEs, I haven't got crazy A levels. People think like, man, sick at maths or something. Listen, I got a C, I'm all right. Do you know what I mean? What I'm telling you is that my determination, my focus, my vision outperforms other people. And so we can talk about money all day, but we have to come back to what's your focus, what's your why. Like I come from a place where the most important thing is making your mum proud. That's all we got. Like it don't matter about no car, don't matter about no house, is making your mum proud. And you can imagine how my mum felt at 22. This boy that's always got in trouble at school, always got detention, never got great grades. My dad was embarrassed like of my GCSEs and all of that. They weren't embarrassed no more. They couldn't wait to tell all their friends. But what happened is that I then grew as I got older, mature, progressing. I started only meeting rich people, and what happened is I'm around all my colleagues are white, and then all my clients are white. I'm just the only black guy in there, and for some of us, we're comfortable in that position, but not me. I'm a man that says I'll never forget where I come from. So when I get to a place, when I get to a level, I need to make a way to get other people to come to where I'm at. I'm not here trying to be the only black man in the village looking all cool and telling everyone how I made it. I'm trying to make sure that more of us can make it. And so I decided to leave my company car, leave my company credit card, leave my nice job, my bonus, leave it all, and start a company focusing on getting people from where we're from to understand money, understand how to build wealth and grow. And so that's when I started a company called the YXL, which is now evolved into the E-Man Effect. And what I do is help people understand how to use money. You see, a lot of us, we only know money one way. We get money, we spend money. That's the only way we've been taught to use money. Money is something that we use to buy stuff. You see, when you understand that money is a tool and actually money can make you more money, and you start to use it as leverage to make you money, you start to use it in ways that money can create you new opportunities. all of a sudden, you're not having to continue to work and work and work. And we've seen with this virus hitting now, how many big companies, you're seeing it. All these big companies on the news, they're now defaulting people. They're now telling people that they can't work anymore. They're letting people go. Didn't we see today? Big companies, BA yesterday, Ryanair today. They're letting big amounts of people let go. All these money that they're making, they're letting people go because they were just living for the moment. And when it hit, they weren't ready. And a lot of people have been hit and they're not ready. Because why? You got one income. You're living that false life. You're comfortable, somebody else feeding you. I told myself, listen, I can never be comfortable if a next man has to put food in my kid's plate. I've got to make my own money. That's my responsibility. Because we get comfortable in, oh, I've got a job. But what happens when they take it from you? What have you got then? You've got problems. That's all you got. You've got problems with no solutions. And so I always try and talk about something called delayed gratification. And what that is that I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. Don't go on holiday. But in moderation, you got to limit that and say, look, I've got to put some money away today and start building for tomorrow. Because what I understand is that when I put money away that money I put away tomorrow, that money will grow over time. And eventually the money for tomorrow will provide me an income. And so I don't have to continue to grind and work for someone. You see, wise people say, if you're not making money while you're asleep, then you'll always have to work for someone. And so for a lot of us, we're here and they're telling us, look, make this money, go buy this car. Make this money, go buy this house. Make this money, get on this plane. Make this money, go and buy this suit. And you see, especially where we come from, because we don't have money, we feel that we have to buy things to show people that we're living a lifestyle. You see, what we're really doing is saying, I know black people are poor, but I'm not one of the poor ones. We accept the stereotype that they put on us and say, okay, I know they're going to think I'm poor. So to show them I'm not poor, I'm going to get a watch. To show them I'm not one of the other ones, I'm going to drive a nice car. Or I'm going to go on this holiday. I'm going to go to Dubai. I'm going to take pictures. We start to allow social media and things like that to determine our worth. So now we're doing stuff for likes. Like likes is a currency. We're doing stuff for the gram, like it's making us money.
Wow.
But really and truly, we know that likes it's not a currency. That's a fake fame. I know bare influencers out here getting paid in clothes. Let me tell you something. You can't pay your landlord in clothes. They're not accepting that one. Getting trainers, going on holidays, taking pictures, but coming back, you ain't got no real money. How you living? How you earning? And how long are you going to be the influencer that everyone's looking at? Because there's a new one right behind you. Every time you have an idea, I want you to understand that you have created 10 of yourself. Because someone else is going to say, well, if you can do that, I can do that. And how do I do what you do but improve it? So never get comfortable. Always keep growing. Always keep learning. So manage your money. Don't spend everything that you've got. This is the full swing that we grew up on. Your mom gives you pocket money, you spend it all. I want you to start thinking about, okay, I'll get this amount of money. Some of it I'm going to put away and build up. Some of it I'm going to spend. Some of it I might give to charity. These are the type of lessons that you learn and you grow and you build over time. Let me tell you something. If you can manage £10, the same principles to manage £10, it's the same principles to manage £100, £1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million. That's why we see millionaires win the lottery. People win the lottery, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million. In years, they're bankrupt. You see, you're focusing on money, but you ain't got the knowledge to manage it. You need to learn the principles of managing money and understand where to put your money and understand money is a tool and start to create income streams. And once you can do that, then it doesn't matter about the amount. You know how to use it. All right? I'm gonna leave it there, Phil, man, but I hope that was useful.
Wow, boy, that was powerful, man. Talk about useful, but that was powerful, absolutely powerful. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, man. Really appreciate you coming on. Guys, again, let's do what we do. Let's give it straight back to Emmanuel. Show him some love. Drop some 5s in the chat box to say thank you. Let's appreciate him. 5 in the chat box, showing some love. Make sure that you guys have heard, written down as well, exactly what he has said. Yeah. But the main thing I took from that is that he said that money is a tool. Money is a tool, okay? And that, you know, you should use it to invest and not just spend. Use it to invest and not just spend. He also talked about delayed gratification, okay? Which literally means sacrificing the now for tomorrow, okay? Putting money away to invest, yeah? Delayed gratification, okay? And literally, you know, for you young ones out there, it's not about the likes, okay? You know what I mean? You know, we go on like the likes is a currency. It's not about the likes, okay? It's about your money. It's about your purpose. And something else that, like Emmanuel said right in the beginning, which also shows what Michael said and Afrobeat said as well. They visualized it and then it materialized. He knew what he wanted in the beginning. He saw it. He wanted to be in, you know, One Canada Square, which is the highest building in London. Yeah, the tallest building in London. He wanted to be in it. And I know that he's there now because I've seen him there a few times. The guy is there. I mean, so the guy is doing massive things. So he visualized it and then it materialized, okay? Which means that what I got from that was, okay, don't just put down what you want. You must see what you want, okay? You must see what you want. And if you can't see it in something, then maybe, you know, you can see it in someone. Someone has what you want. Rub shoulders with them. Connect with them. He also mentioned to find a mentor. Absolutely brilliant, okay? Absolutely brilliant. He mentioned one last point as well. Never get comfortable. Never get comfortable, okay? Always grow and always learn. Never get comfortable. Absolutely amazing. Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm just writing down a hell of a notes, man. It's absolutely, like, my mind's going crazy. My mind's going crazy, okay? I'm writing so many notes, okay? So absolutely.
Sorry, before we move on, Michael, could you just put it in the group, what your business is called? I think somebody was asking.
Emmanuel.
Yeah. Is he still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'll do that. I'll do that now.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, cool. All right, let me just see if the next person is on here. Because I know she had to go and come back. Okay. All right, we'll just go to the next person afterwards. Cool. We'll just go to the next person afterwards. But guys, before we move on, okay, let me just say this. If you're on Instagram, at our Insta page, okay, it is, give it to them, Harvest Church Impact. If someone could write it in the chat box, Harvest Church Impact. Please at us, take pictures, do your thing, Facebook as well. Please, 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 please. Let them know that we've got something great here, yeah? At Harvest Church Impact. Absolutely brilliant. And follow us as well. Okay, cool. Before we get on to Des Amey, yeah, I literally just wanna, let's also appreciate and honor our youth pastors, Pastor Chris and Pastor Hyatt. These guys are absolutely amazing. They're great leaders. If you're from Harvest Church, if you're from Impact, please drop a 6 in the chat box. Let's honor our pastors, Pastor Chris, Pastor Hyatt. They're visionaries. They have great leadership, and they literally allowed us to put this together. They've literally allowed us to put this together. Let's honor, no 666. Let's honor our pastors, Pastor Hyatt and Pastor Chris. Thank you guys, man. We appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Okay, Nikki's back on. Nikki's requesting to come back on, so let's hear from her. All right, we just accept everyone. Brilliant. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. Well, we can hear you. We can hear you. Guys.
Camera failed. I'm here.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Let me just edify you first. Nikki. All right, cool. Guys, Nikki knows now. Yeah. She is a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur, a property investor, a formal banker. Like, when I say grind, I've never seen someone grind as hard as this woman. Like, I've never seen someone grind as hard as this woman. Like, she was 7 or 8 months pregnant, grinding hard. She was in a hospital bed, still working hard. Like, I was thinking, get some rest. She's all about her grind, all about her purpose. I am so honored to have her today on the call to literally drop some nuggets about being authentically you. Okay, being authentically you, and maybe coming from a woman's perspective as well. Okay. Nikki, over to you. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Hey, Phil. Thank you so much, Philip, for inviting me on. I feel privileged and honored. I would be even asked to come onto a call like this. It's so amazing to see the work that's been going on, and especially from our background and with our faith, to see so many powerful and amazing speakers that you've put together today. It's absolutely incredible. Especially when we look around the world and we see our people in our background are not usually highlighted for reasons that we are proud of. And so to hear the speakers that have all come before me and how powerful and amazing they are is a real it's a real blessing to hear. And I know I've come on and off the call today, but it's just thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And it's amazing to be connected to individuals like yourself, like Michael and the others that have spoken before. And I really want to talk to you a little bit about I can share my story and hopefully it will inspire, especially the females on this call and even men on the call as well, right? That I just want to say that coming from where I came from, I'm the oldest child of 9, right? I'm the oldest child of 9 children. I'm also the oldest grandchild of over 30 grandchildren, right? So growing up, these shoulders of mine have had to carry a little bit of a heavier burden than some may have known. And for me, I'd always wanted to just make sure that my mum was okay, my grandma was okay. They're my why, they're my rock. And to see them struggle, especially my mum, right? To raise children and we was in a 2-bedroom flat, Phil. Like we didn't have the space, and to tell you how bad things were, the part of London that we were living in, right, is the part where they asked us politely to move house so that they could break all the houses down and rebuild the biggest police station in the town. So how bad it is when they want to evict people out and rebuild a police station. So I'm now at a young age, really, really young, and I get my first job on a market stall, right, where I was prepared to embarrass myself in front of my peers. Now, I don't know if any South Londoners on this call, but Lewisham Market, right, Lewisham High Street Market, as a 13, 14-year-old girl who has friends are going to laugh at you, right? Literally, those people were walking past the market stall just to laugh at me with the little the pouch around my waist, and I was that girl selling, because when I first got the job they wouldn't give me the proper the proper role. I was the one at the front of the market with the bowl at the front saying £1, £1. Those pound people, that was me, right? And sometimes the accent comes out so you can hear me like pound, right? And tell me when my time's up, because I can talk for days, Philip. So I was that girl that got the first job just to help my mum. And I remember I used to get £25 each day that I worked. And out of that £25, I would give my mum 10, right? Just so that I could contribute towards, you know, some of the things that we tried to do, like the food shopping or whatever it was. So from that age of 13, the responsibility to kind of free my family was one of the key things for me. Now, coming up, you know, and getting used to money, right? So I was a market trader, getting used to finances, getting used to money, which is so ironic, right? Because then ended up working in a bank. But I was getting used to money, and I was understanding the value of money, and understanding that actually, if I lived, you know, in my goals and dreams, and if I lived as a person that I wanted to, I could actually not just free myself, but free other people. Now, here's where it gets sticky, is when things that happened in your past begin to confuse you and you don't know where you're going, right? So now I'm at this point where I start to get involved with the wrong men. I start to go in the wrong environment. I start to get into places that I really had no business in. So my grandma, she used to make sure I was, you know, gone to church every week, for example. That was by force. I don't know if anyone on this call has ever been forced by their grandparents. You know, mine was my grandparents. I've said, listen, you have to go to church. And when we were going to church, right, you had to wear the long skirts down to your ankles. It's not like how it is like these days where you can wear trainers and stuff. No, you had to wear the right thing. You had to look the part. You couldn't wear the big old hoopy earrings that all your friends were wearing at school. You had to wear the studs. And if you were unfortunate, you had the hat that your grandma would give you, right? And so I was forced to go to church. So regardless of whether I liked it or not, the word was in me. It was deep rooted in me. And that's something that I'm so grateful for, because as I got older, I made the decision to leave church, right? And so I left church because I wanted to hang around boys, and I allowed money, the love of money, right? The love of money is actually the root of all evil, right? And I allowed the fact that I was so hungry to get to money put me in the wrong environment, the wrong set of people, and I've stepped away from church. Now, this is where it went wrong for me, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it went wrong, because now I'm no longer taking the strategies and I've no longer got the coverance from my grandma, from my church, from the people around me, but now I'm taking advice from those on the streets, the drug dealers, the people in the nightclubs. I'm now hanging around people that I had no business hanging around. Now, I want to tell you this, right? When I was at church, I didn't feel like I fit in. I didn't look like them at church. I didn't speak like them at church. Now, when I was out in the streets, I didn't fit in either, because I was too rough for the church lot, but I was too good for the rough lot. So I felt like I had no place. I didn't fit. I felt like I didn't fit anywhere. And so now here I am in between a rock and a hard place. I don't know whether I'm coming or going, and guess what happens? I lose my identity. I don't know who I am. And so now I begin to seek validation from different types of people. I begin to ask other people, should I do this? Is this okay? And do things to impress other people, the wrong set of people. Until, you know, I hit rock bottom where, you know, my finances were out the window, everything, my mindset was completely a wreck. Everything that was going on for me went wrong. In fact, the man that I was with ended up cheating on me, and I was left pregnant. And I remember when I was on the floor pregnant, right, literally on the floor, crying my eyes out one day, I reached out and I said, Lord Jesus, if you can just save me, if you can just help me and pull me through, I promise to serve you with all my heart and soul. And I never forget, right? I never forget that week, I got a text message from one of my friends, my hairdresser, in fact, inviting me to her church, telling me to come. And she'd been telling me for months and months and months, but it just so happened that week I decided to go. And when I went there, right, instantly, I rededicated my life to Christ. I got saved, right? And not only that, rebaptized, and made a decision that I was going to live unapologetically in who Christ wanted me to be. You see, sometimes we can hang around with people, you know, people that, you know, we feel like we want to impress, or people that seem to be the cool people. But actually, if you live in the person that you were supposed to be, the person that you're designed to be, every single door that you have and that you should walk through will begin to open. In fact, there will be doors that will begin to close, and you have to accept that certain doors will begin to close. You see, when I decided to live solely for Christ, I want to tell you this. This is a true testimony, guys. When I decided to live truly for Christ, I mean, I made sure that my standards were not dropped. Integrity had to be at a certain level. I couldn't hang around with boys. I couldn't put myself in certain situations that I knew God would not be happy. You know, there was one verse that kept hitting me. Your body is a temple. Your body is a temple. You are royalty. You are queen. You are made for greatness. You are above and not beneath. You shall be the head and not the tail. And so I knew that there was a calling over my life. And so I had to accept that, you know what? I'm not trying to be like the church girls. I'm not trying to be like the drug dealers, the roadmen that I got myself caught up in. Actually, I need to be who I was put on this planet to be. I am called for nations and generations. I am called to help empower individuals. I am called to make sure that people who felt like me, people who don't look the part, you see, I never felt like I looked the part. You know, my nose was in the right shape. You know, my skin was too dark. My hair didn't look like theirs. And so I knew that my testimony would mean that a little girl or a little boy who never felt like they fitted in could stand up and say, actually, I'm proud. I am proud to be me. And actually, I know that there is a calling over my life, not their life, not his life, not her life, my life. And so you see, I had to learn that there was nobody that could fulfill the purpose over my life except me. You see, I had to stop looking at the left, stop looking at the right. They seem like they have it all together. That person seems like they're happy. That person looks like they've got so much money. That person has this, that person has that. Actually, everything is available to everyone, but you just have to know who you are. You see, when you know who you are and whose you are, there is nothing that can stop you from achieving anything that you desire. And I think sometimes we hear this all the time, but you really have to be confident, have to be bold and unapologetically you. There are some things that you have to open your mouth and say, no, no justification. No, it's just not going to happen. I'm just not going to go there. I'm just not going to do that. I am just not going to be around those individuals. And you don't have to explain yourself because you know who you're called to be. And there are some things that some people will think, wow, that's too far stretched for you. I remember when I said, you know, I'm going to be a millionaire. That's too far stretched for you. You just have to be able to walk into the door. You don't have to know how you're going to get there. You don't have to know how you're going to manifest. You see, I just put up a post on my Instagram, right, and saying that May is the month of manifestation, right? I believe that every single person can open their mouth and declare exactly where it is that they want to be. And then you allow God to manifest exactly what it is that you declare. And then you have to have faith, because we all know faith without works is dead, ladies and gentlemen. So people think that just speaking is faith. No, speaking isn't faith. What it actually means is you have to walk in it. So you say you're a millionaire, walk like a millionaire, dress like a millionaire, act like a millionaire. You see, I say a lot of things to, some of my mentees, and I'm like, hey, look, do not dress how you feel. You don't feel good today, put on your best clothes. Put your lipstick on if that's your thing. You see, I got comfortable not wearing makeup. I got comfortable not having my hair like theirs. You see, I don't have the Peruvian hair or the, I don't know what they call it. That's because I'm so unapologetically me that actually it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what they're doing. It doesn't even matter what the latest thing on Instagram is. Because I know who I'm called to be, there are just some things I don't know about. There's certain songs that I just don't know about. There's certain artists that I just don't know who they are. There are certain things that I do not want to subject my body to. I don't want to subject my mind to, because if I hear those things or I get around those things, what's going to happen to me is that I'm now going to dilute my purpose. And so some of you on this call may need to hear that it's time to reactivate the purpose that's on the inside of you. It's time for you to declare war over poverty. It's time for you to declare war over low self-esteem. It's time for you to declare war over being negative thoughts in your mind. It's time to declare war over any negativity. If you have negativity in your life right now, you need to tell it to move. You have the power with your tongue, because you know there's life and death in the power of the tongue. You have the power to create anything you want with your mind. And we heard Michael talk about how powerful the mind is with the guy in the freezer. I'm telling you right now, it's facts. I remember writing down, sometimes you've got to have the goal. I remember writing it down. I'm so happy and grateful now, right? And I wrote it down and I said it every single day. Are you looking your goal? Do you look around your house and see your goals everywhere? Is it on your fridge? Is it on your laptop? Is it on your screensaver? You should see it everywhere. Your children should know your goals. They should be counting it down with you. They should be watching you. Everyone that comes in connection. You see, I'm going to tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why a lot of people fail is because they don't know who they are. They're so busy trying to fit in. They're so busy trying to be around, people that seem to be cool. They don't know who they are. And if you knew who you are, you'd know that you're special. You know that the plan over your life is unique to you. And so if it's unique to you and only you, why are you watching other people? Why are you worried what other people think? If you're a leader on this call and you were born to lead, I want you to put a number 1 in the chat because I want to drop something for you guys. Philip, how am I doing for time? If you're a leader on this call, right? And if you're a leader on this call, if you know you're born to lead, right? Now, I'm not talking leadership by title because title is the lowest form of leadership, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about title, right? When you're born to lead, when you are born to lead, right? It means that on the back of your interaction, other people feel more inspired. Other people feel like they're going to do something. Other people feel like they're happier when they have that connection to you. If every time you connect with individuals, people do more, they feel better, then I want to tell you today, you're a leader. You don't need a title to make you a leader, right? You don't need anyone to tell you that you're a leader, right? But as a leader, there are certain things you have to understand that you cannot be succumbed to other people's thoughts about you. That's none of your business. How they think about you is none of your business. What God thinks about you and where God wants you to go is all you need to care about, right? You have to make sure that you walk in the calling that is designed for you. And you also, I'm gonna tell you something that TD Jakes, my boy TD Jakes told me yesterday, right? I'm gonna tell you this. There's 3 different types of people. As a leader, you need people around you. You cannot survive without people around you, right? As a leader, you will have people around you, but there's 3 types of people, right? And for the note takers, write this down. The first set of people that you're going to have, right? The very first people, and these are the least, you're not going to find loads of these people, right? You're not going to find a lot of them. These people are the people that are going to be around you. They're going to love you. They're going to care about you. They're not about your money. They're not about your calling. They're not about, anything. They just love you and they will serve you. They'll be out for you. They're going to be your ride or dies, right? These are your ride or die people. These people are going to be there for you no matter what. They believe in your purpose. They believe in your calling, but they're going to be there for you no matter what. The next set of people that you have are your constituents. Now, these people, they believe in your calling, but they don't believe in you. They don't care about you. In fact, if your calling disappeared, they disappear. In fact, if they see somebody else with a better calling that they think they can benefit from, they're going to jump ship. They're gone before you can even blink. Your constituents. Now, your constituents and your ride or dies, they behave the same. They're working for you. They're working for you. They're going to be supportive around you. But you have to know that those 2 people have different intent. They have a different intent behind them. One is there for you no matter what, will always have your back. The other one is just waiting for the next best thing and they're gone, right? So be careful. And let me tell you about the constituents. They will hurt you. You see, your constituents will be people that you believe are actually your ride or dies because they seem like your ride or dies. And when they leave, you get upset. When they leave, you get hurt because you really thought that they were your ride or dies. You connect with them. Now, the third set of people are your comrades, right? Now, your comrades are not like your ride or dies or your constituents. Your comrades don't care about you. Your comrades don't care about your purpose, your belief. Your comrades are only around you because they have the same enemy as you. So they hate what you hate. They dislike what you dislike. So they're going to join forces with you just because of a joint enemy, right? So you got your ride or dies, your constituents, and your comrades. Now, the very important thing you have to know, ladies and gentlemen, is what category each person fits into. Are they your ride or dies where if you find 5 in a lifetime, you're lucky? Majority will be constituents and comrades. Now, when you understand that your comrades are people that, listen, once you've achieved what it is that you need to achieve, so you're against the same thing. So I may find someone who is all about women empowerment. They don't care about me. They don't care about my cause. But because they're about women empowerment, they're going to come on a women empowerment retreat with me. They're going to do women empowerment stuff. But as soon as that women empowerment situation is complete, because we are getting at the men, right? So as soon as that's complete and they've got their point across to the man that they're trying to get the point across to, and they sit next to me in a picture and say, hey, men, X, Y, Z, They're gone again. Now, let me tell you about the comrades. Be careful of sharing your business with comrades because they have no loyalty to you. So they are going to go and chat your business to the next person that they find and the next person that they find. And then they have no loyalty to you because they didn't believe in your vision and they didn't believe in you. And now when you tie it all together and you know that you're going to have comrades, constituents in your ride or dies, you then begin to be free as a leader to say, hey, I understand that I can work with all of these people. I can work with my comrades. I can work with my ride or dies. I can work with my constituents. But I understand that some people are only in my life for a reason, a season, and there will be an elite crew that's with me for a lifetime. And so that's how you now boss up as a leader and say, hey, I'm not going to worry about what anyone thinks about me. Because if you're born for greatness, you better understand that when you're born for greatness, then there will be a lot of people that don't understand you. There's going to be a lot of people that will maybe disagree with you. But as a leader, you know that disagreement doesn't mean you have to hate the individual. Disagreement doesn't mean you have to get caught up. You just know what category they're in so you can keep it moving. Don't take the comrades, don't take the constituents personally. In fact, you understand that God says what, ladies and gentlemen? He giveth and he taketh. So when they come, you bless them. And when they go, you bless them. You don't get upset about it. You say, thank you. Their time has come. I want to tell you right now to live in your calling. I just had a minute warning, guys. Live in your calling. Be who you've been called to be. You were born to be great. Don't worry about anybody else. Focus on where God wants you to be. And I tell you this, when you are living in your true calling, the right people are attracted to you. When you are fake, you're actually attracting the people that are attracted to that fake thing that you're pretending to be. So guess what? When I began to live in my calling, guess what? My husband came. Guess what? I had another baby. Guess what? We began to enjoy life. Guess what? Business came to me. Guess what? I started to have the right investment. Guess what? The right things are attracted when you are yourself. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about, listen, if it's a business you need to start it today. If it's an idea that you had, start it today. Whatever it is, start it today. Right now, the whole world is on sale, ladies and gentlemen. The whole world is on sale right now. Now is the time for you to get involved in anything that God has called your heart to get involved into. Get involved in it, but be unapologetically yourself. Don't let no man, no woman tell you where or who or why. Make sure you trust in God, know God for yourself so that you can then be all that he has called you to be. Thank you so much, guys. That's me. It's a wrap. Thank you, Philip, for having me.
Wow, 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 wow. My God, I'm blown away. Nikki knows now. Wow, guys, let's show Nikki some love. Drop a number 7 in the chat box, a special 7 for Nikki. Wow, wow, wow. Special 7 for Nikki. Absolutely.
Woo, Nikki, woo.
Woo. Thank you so much, Nikki. We appreciate that. I
Thank you for having me.
hope the note takers took some notes. As I say, the note takers are the money makers. Okay? Absolutely brilliant. The first thing I got from that was, it's time to declare war. My gosh. It's time to declare war. I'm all about the war, man. Yeah, and then she asked, do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Okay? And your goals and your plans should always be...
What is her Instagram, please?
Pardon?
What is Nikki Know's Instagram, please?
Nikki, can you put the chat box to me, please?
Yeah, it's my same name. Nikki Knows Now. The same name on the screen. Nikki Knows Now.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Might message her later.
Again, just like the other speakers, yeah, she literally visioned her goals, visioned her dreams, visioned her plans, okay? And then she also asked, who is a leader? And she spoke to the leader in you. Now, I believe everyone has leadership qualities, whether they use it or not. So right now, you know, she spoke to the leader in you. And she said, don't worry about the people around you. There are 3 types of people, yeah? She mentioned 1, those that love you, those who will ride for you, okay? And then she mentioned those that are your constituents, those who believe in your calling, but not you, okay? They believe in your calling, believe in your gift, believe in your power, believe in your status, but not you, okay? And then your comrades, those who just be with you because you have a common enemy, okay? Which means that, guys, you know, in this is, you know, for the youth, as you're growing up and literally getting into life, okay? Again, just like Michael said, watch who you're surrounded with, okay? Invest time to those who you know are with you, yeah? And not just with you because of a gift, All right. And then after lastly, she mentioned the time is now. If you have a business idea, act on it. If you have something that you want to do, act on it. Guys, the time is now. Absolutely amazing. Nikki, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll chat to you afterwards. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant, guys. We've got one last speaker. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. Oh, my gosh, I'm sweating. It's been brilliant. It's been absolutely brilliant. Okay, cool. We got one last speaker. He's been here from the beginning. Now, this man is someone that I call my big brother. He's someone that I call as my financial mentor. He's someone that literally, like, in the business that we're doing now, he literally gave me a call. He goes, bro, you need to jump on this. He is the godfather to my youngest. He is a wealth creation expert, okay? He used to be a deputy head teacher, okay? He used to be a deputy head teacher. He had many years in the teaching industry. You know, he used to be a mortgage broker, and then he literally went on to form Amey Finance Academy. He's going to tell you guys today and give you some nuggets and skills on interviewing, okay? What you need to literally get through your interview process and literally get that job or get that contract. There's Amey. I hope you're on the call. Over to you, boss man.
Wow. Thank you for that warm introduction, Philip. Thank you so much. Guys, I just want to hand it right back to Philip. He's my brother. You know, we go way back, you know, many businesses. And I just want you to know that events like this don't just happen. They take a lot of planning. You know, a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes. So can you just put something in the chat box to show your love and appreciation for Philip, and as an extension, Pastor Chris, Pastor Hayat, to show your love in the chat box, guys, because these guys are going all out. And a big thank you, Philip, for allowing me to come onto this platform to pour into our young people. You know, it's so important that we do that. And I'm so blessed to be joined by the previous speakers. I'm taking notes myself. I know all the speakers personally, but every time I listen to them, they're just full of wisdom. So a big shout to all of the previous speakers as well. Some excellent topics covered. So guys, I'm gonna whistle stop through my topic. Apologies, Philip, on my behalf. As you know, I've got an appointment at 1:15. So I'm gonna go through my topic. I'm gonna give lots of value. But it is going to be a whistle stop tour. So wow, guys, thank you for having me. My name is Amey. I'm the managing director of Amey Finance Academy. I'm a financial coach, a keynote speaker, a finance broker, mortgage broker, and a property expert. I'm known in the industry as a wealth creation expert. And it's because I've helped so many people to become property millionaires and multi-six-figure income earners. Now, my background is actually in teaching. I spent over 12 years in secondary schools and colleges across London. And I worked up to the position of assistant head teacher. And when I was in that position, you know, one of my main roles was in charge of careers, helping people to transition from high school into work. And one of my specialisms was interview preparation. So my topic today is how to successfully prepare for an interview so that you can nail that job. So I'm going to just dive straight in. I'm just going to dive straight in and give you lots of value. Just a quick background on me. The whole time that I worked as a school teacher, there was two things that I hated about my job. The first one was the marking. You know, the struggle was real. Coming home after work and seeing a pile of marking is not the one. And the second thing was I was living paycheck to paycheck, month to month. And all that really means that I was struggling financially. In fact, I was living paycheck to credit card and then credit cards at the end of the month. And I got to this point where I felt like I was living the very definition of insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different outcome. And then I realized one day that nothing changes if nothing changes. Guys, I remember, you know, in my old job, that going to a department store and picking up items, getting to the till and praying that my card would go through. Can anyone relate to that at all? Has anyone been in a situation, maybe you're in a restaurant and you know you're about to pay and you're not sure whether the card is like, I'm praying, I'm sweating, I'm not sure whether this is going to go through. I remember my son coming home from school with letters for school trips and genuinely not being able to afford those trips or having to negotiate whether he can go on school trips. And then I got to this point where I realized that I needed to become entrepreneurial. So I started a side hustle. It started as a side hustle. When I was a school teacher, I had an office, obviously being an assistant head teacher, and I had a little sign on the door, and it simply said, Amey Finance. And that was the vision. It started in a small office in the school. People used to come to that office and used to laugh. See, what I'd done was I reskilled. I learned a new skill. I learned how to become a finance broker and a mortgage broker, and I learned about property. So I started this company in a small office in a school, but the vision was always much bigger. You see, the vision was to move from the office in the school to 1 Canada Square, the Canary Wharf Tower. And that was my vision board from early on. You know, also my vision board was to retire my mum. I wanted to retire my mum, someone who worked 30 years as a single parent on a nursing salary. I wanted to turn my annual salary into my monthly salary. I wanted to send my kids to some of the best private schools in our area. Now, these are all the things that I visualized, and Michael said it best when he said, you have to visualize to materialize. Incidentally, Michael is actually my daughter's godfather. And these are the things that you have to do. Now, God being so good that I was able to achieve all of those things. We have one of the biggest finance academies in London in 1 Canada Square, Canary Wharf. And, you know, we're just growing, growing and growing. So everything that Michael said, everything that the previous speaker said is absolutely spot on. So guys, let me just dive straight into this. I've prepared a little PowerPoint. So let me just share my screen with you. Philip, can you give me access to sharing screen? Okay, guys, I hope that you're taking notes. We say that note takers are money makers. And what qualifies me on this topic is not just my time as assistant head, but obviously being a managing director of a finance company, you know, I'm constantly interviewing young people for positions in the company. You know, before I worked as a school teacher, I worked as a store manager. So I've got this breadth of experience of interviewing people. And of course, I've been interviewed as an interviewee as well. So please do take the notes. And you can see on the front of the screen, it says that you've got this job and it's already done. So just in the chat box, can you just put some careers that you're aspiring to? What are people aspiring to do when they leave school, college, or university? What sort of careers are we aspiring to? But can you just read some of them out? They come through, please.
Yeah, sure thing, bro.
Read some of the careers out for me. I want to know what kind of careers are we aspiring to? You see, the interesting thing about careers is that some of the younger people on the call, you're being prepared for jobs that don't even exist yet. Some of the jobs that you guys are going to be doing, they don't even exist yet. But fortunately, this training I'm going to go through now is going to be applicable to anything that you go through. What sort of careers have we got coming through?
So we've got musicians, barrister, lawyer, investment banker, accounting, poetry.
Wow. This church is not playing games. We've got some aspirational people on this call. I love that. So guys, I want to start by just touching on something that we've already been speaking about, and that's the mindset. The mind is so powerful. Guys, when you go into a job, you have to have the mindset that you've already got this job and it's already done. As a man think in his heart, so is he, in Proverbs. You have to have that mindset. So guys, I'm going to dive straight into this training. Philip, can you do my okay?
Yeah, all good. But you're kind of juggling up a bit, bro. Like
what is my
connection?
My voice?
No, connection, yeah, it's a bit fuzzy.
Okay, how's it now?
Yeah, sounds all right.
Sure? Do you just change it up?
No, it sounds all right. Sounds good.
100%?
Yeah.
Ah, brilliant. Let me know if it goes again.
Yeah, all right, cool. Thank you.
So guys, this is going to be the top 10 tips for when you're going to an interview. Guys, this is gold dust. So make sure that you're making notes. And the first one is all to do with belief and confidence, but not arrogance. You have to have that belief and confidence that you already got. Remember that when you're doing an interview, it's an exchange. You see, the problem that people make is that they think that, you know, the person interviewing them has the upper hand, and it's like they're like this big boss lion, and you're like the prey. It's not like that at all. You have to remember that even as interviewers, as an employer of several people, I go into interviews knowing that I need them as much as they need me. So go into it knowing that this is an exchange. You're highly gifted and talented. You're a king and a queen, and that company or organization are blessed and lucky to have you in their company. Again, it's not arrogance, it's just belief and confidence. This is an exchange. They want you as much as you need them. But so try not to be nervous. I know it's easier said than done. If you just tell your mind to enjoy the process, the subconscious mind doesn't know whether you're telling the truth or whether you're lying. So if you just tell yourself that I'm going to enjoy this process and I'm going to have fun, that's exactly what's going to happen. So that's number one. Number two is research the company, and where possible, research the interviewer. And this is so key. So when you research the company, try to find out about the history of that company, the culture, the ethos. Trust me, as an employer, when I hear people that have done their research, and I can tell that they really care and they've gone out of their way, and when they're answering questions, they're linking it to the culture and the ethos and our vision and our goals, that's highly impressive. So the time that you take, schedule time. If you're ever going for an interview, please make sure that you're researching the company. Don't leave that to chance. And you can research, if you know the name of the person who interviewed you, you could use social media like LinkedIn to do some research to find about them. Now, guys, the final line between doing research.
Game, bro.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's getting a bit fuzzy again, man. You're dropping too many nuggets, bro. So I stop you, man. Yeah, just it's like it starts okay and then it just gets a bit fuzzy. I don't know if it's connection.
How about now?
Yeah. So now it's good, but then as you get into it.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's go with it.
Let's go. All right, cool.
So guys, research the interviewer, but don't stalk them. Okay. You don't want to go into the interview and start talking about, you know, their cat or their gran or anything like that. That's not going to go down well. So research the company and the interviewer. Number two, mock interviews. Guys, practice makes perfect. So if you have any friends or family who have useful career positions, why don't you ask them if they can do some mock interviews with you? This is good practice and it will make you so polished. You can always tell the difference. When I'm doing interviews, I can always tell the difference between someone who is well polished, who you can tell has been well versed. Guys, a lot of the questions that we as interviewers use, a lot of them just come from a bank. A lot of them are from a pool of questions. There are classic questions that always come up. Why have you applied for this job? What are your greatest strengths? So there's certain questions that you should have practiced over and over again to the point where they're asked, you're just reeling it off. So that's a really good one. 4, be polite and friendly. Now that goes without saying, to be polite and friendly, but here's the real nugget. Okay, it's not just the person interviewing you that you need to impress. You see, when people come into my organization, after they've left the interview, I'm asking my PA, I'm asking my secretary, I'm asking the person who's done the tour, I'm asking them, what were they like? So be friendly to everybody. Everybody that you encounter in that organization, be friendly, be polite, and be pleasant, because often the person who interviews you is going to ask questions. What were they like? Okay, so don't neglect that one. 5, guys, I apologize, I forgot pace. Dress to impress. Now, this goes without saying, but you'll be shocked at the amount of times I've had young people come for either work experience or come for a formal job and they're not dressed appropriately. Okay, yes, you do have to, you know, wear something formal, a button-down shirt, a tie, a blazer, a suit. Women, you know, if you can, a power suit, something formal. Okay, you have to dress formal, unless, of course, you've been told not to, unless it's inappropriate. If you're going for a job in the music industry or in the sports industry, and you've been told to dress a particular way, then of course follow that. But in the main, always dress to impress. Be super, super smart. 6 is timekeeping. Now I'm going to keep this real simple. Don't be late. If you're late for an interview, the chances are you've messed that up already. Like, first impressions count for a lot. You only get one opportunity to make a first impression. So don't be late. Don't even be on time. Be early. Be at least 15 minutes early for every single job. You have to be early. And guys, don't wear headphones. The amount of times I've seen young people turn up for a job interview and they've got headphones on. Guys, don't wear headphones. I'm going to keep that one short and sweet. 7, have prepared questions. Now, most interviewers will ask at the end, do you have any questions? The amount of young people that say, no, I don't. Now, you may think that seems like, oh, okay, you know, they've done all their research and they haven't got any questions. No, employers love it when you have a question. Am I good for sound, Philip? Am I sounding okay? Interviewers love it.
Good. All good. Perfect.
Interviewers love it when you ask questions. So here's some examples, okay? Are there opportunities for advancement? That's a good one, because now they can tell that you're thinking ahead. You're thinking 5 or 6 levels ahead. You're already thinking about promotion, which indirectly means that you're going to work hard. Okay, when you don't have any questions, it can come across as apathetic, like you don't really care, like you're nonchalant. Have questions ready. Do you know how impressive it is when I see young people and they're like, yeah, I do have some questions actually. What's the training and development program like? Oh, wow. Oh, you're thinking on that level. Okay, so that's a really, really important one. 8 is to be prepared. Bring a notebook and a pen. Okay, be ready to take notes. It's also a good way as well, if you have done research like the history, you can make little notes and just have it there. Okay, but it looks really good when you look prepared. You've got extra copies of your CV. You know, bring examples of your work where appropriate. If you're going for a job in the industry where you can bring examples of your work, employers love that. 9 is be prepared for behavior type questions. So now a lot of interviewers, what they do is they use situational type questions. What would you do if? How would you handle? If this happened, what would you do? But what they're looking to do is test how you have contributed in a scenario. So for example, it might be, okay, say you're going for a management position. How would you handle somebody who was rude to a staff member, for example? Okay, I want to give you something that's gold. It's called the STAR model. I want you to write that down. STAR, it's an acronym for situation, task, action, and result. So what was the situation? What was the situation? So situation is somebody's been rude. One of my colleagues has been rude to a customer. That's the situation. What's the task? Okay, the task now is that I need to now have a conversation with them so they don't do that again. What's the action? What did you actually do? Now be careful. The mistake a lot of people make when I'm interviewing them is they talk about what everybody else did in the scenario. Oh, so then my manager did this and my colleague did that. No, but what did you do? How did you impact that scenario? It's very important. People miss that. I'm looking to see what was your role in that scenario, and then what was the outcome. Now, of course, you want the outcome to be positive. Okay, so just remember STAR, and that will get you through that particular question. And the last thing, this is a really nice touch, is thank you. Do you know how I've only seen this from a small minority of applicants? Why don't you send an email to the people that have interviewed you and just say, you know what? I just want to thank you for having me in an interview. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasant experience. You know, if you can do a handwritten note, that's even more powerful. But try and do this within 24 hours. Guys, do it. You know, give it to the person at the front desk or the person who gave you the tour. These little gestures go a long way. Remember, you're trying to create an impression. What does that say about you? It says that you're, you know, someone who's very, you know, thoughtful, you know, someone who's very caring, and that's very, very, very powerful. So guys, that's it for me. I know it was a whistle-stop tour. Philip, I'll send you the slides so that you can send it out. Hopefully that's been of some value. We've actually got a team call right now.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Wow, that was awesome. That was what you call pure nuggets. Pure nuggets. Guys, absolutely brilliant. Please, guys, drop a number 8 for Des. He has literally been here from the beginning to the end. Servant leader, drop a number 8 for Des. He was given some serious nuggets. I'm not going to go through them. There's some serious nuggets, but he's going to send me the actual PowerPoint, the slides, and I'll definitely put them in the chat box. Okay.
Philip, thank you so much. I'm going to catch you. I'm going to have to dash. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for hospitality. Thank you for allowing me to come into you.
Have you got space for one question?
Very quickly.
Okay.
Very quickly. Very quickly.
If there's anyone that's got a question for Des about the actual PowerPoint that he's done, please ask. 1 second, please, Des. Sorry.
Guys, I just want to say as well, this is a careers platform. Yeah, sorry, go on, carry on.
I was just going to ask, could you repeat what the R stands for in the STAR model?
Oh yes, of course. It is results. What was the result?
Result.
Yeah, so what actually happened? So you did all of that stuff. Now what actually happened? And of course you want it to be favorable, you know, like, oh, okay, and you know, the outcome was such that was pleasing, whatever the outcome is. So an example that I gave, the person was rude, it could be that, okay, now the person, you know, even went out of their way to write a letter to that customer to apologize because of your intervention. They've not only apologized, but they've not done it again. And they're even now a shining example, you know. So you're really showing that because of what you did and the impact that you made, there's been a positive outcome. Okay, don't make a schoolboy error and it's like, oh, the outcome was bad. Then obviously you didn't really make an impact.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem at all.
Yes, thank you very much. That's cool.
Thank you, guys. All the best. Take care.
All right then, cool. Guys, absolutely brilliant. Guys, if you've got any other questions, I know the other leaders and other speakers are still here. Michael's here, Emmanuel's here, Nikki is still on the line. I'll take probably 2 questions each quickly, and then we'll wrap up. If there's anything you want to ask them, just write it in the chat box, please. And who it's to, please. Any questions you have. If not, then we'll wrap up. Any questions that you have at all? Everyone's good. Oh my gosh. Des just said when they ask if you got any questions, come on, ask your questions. I know there's something that you want. Okay. Could Nikki please clarify on the property side of her work? Nikki, I've got quite a few questions for you actually, perfectly. Nikki, you still there?
Hey, yeah, I'm still here.
Brilliant. So the first question was, can you just clarify on the property side of your work?
So basically what we do is we help individuals set up something called a wealth plan. So we look at wealth plans in the sense of where you're currently at now, what is it that you want to achieve, and then set up some things in order to help you get there. So obviously some people are not in a position to just go out and buy a house cash. But of course, there's ways that you can do that without actually having the cash itself through investors and stuff like that. Also, there's some people that I've just a couple of girls who have been with me for about a year now, who just purchased their first house cash. So on their situation, we set up a wealth plan to help them to get to that place. It does include sacrifice. So if you're someone that is used to spending, I don't know, £200, £300 a weave, some people like to waste money. It takes sacrifice, but obviously, everything is, it's all available and possible. I know, Philip, you do something similar as well, where you help people with that as well. So there's strategies available. It's just to get connected with the people to find out the knowledge.
Absolutely brilliant. And I know that, Nikki, like, you bought your first property when you was 21.
Yeah, so I had 3 properties by the age of 21.
Come on. Yeah. Which
was just absolutely crazy. It's an insane blessing from God, which happened kind of by accident, which the first house, this is why I say that sometimes everything that happens to you happens for a reason. And if you have things that happen to you in a bad way and you take wasn't planned, happens, and you kind of look at it like, okay, what does God want from this? You then begin to 3 jobs, save up to, for a deposit to get a house. And then after moving into that flat for 3 or 4 months, it got robbed. And, the person that I was living with got stabbed. And it was all kind of like really, really messy, to be honest. So I couldn't live there anymore. So I ran back to my mum's. And that's where I got connected with people in the property world, investors, who help you to obviously get on the ladder, even though you don't have enough money. So I kind of learned the strategy again through survival. So that's kind of how that kind of panned out. Oh, I think you're muted.
Oh yeah, brilliant. And just lastly, guys, I know that Nikki touches on this, but there's a way that you can get onto the property ladder with no money down. Okay, there's a way of getting onto the property ladder with no money down. Okay, cool. But that's for Nikki. Okay, like you've got her socials, etc. At Nikki KnowsNow. Slide in the DMs. Slide in the DMs. Nikki, you got one last question. How do you manage your time? Yeah, so how do you manage time management with everything you have? You know, being a wife, being a mother, or just working so hard. Just working so hard. How do you manage your time? Like, how do you do what you do?
That's a great question. And one of the questions I get all the time is, Nikki, how do you get the balance right? And the answer to that question, it may be one that probably you might be surprised about, but the answer is there is no balance. There is no such thing as balance when you have a vision and a goal. There will be sacrifices. That's just the bottom line. And so I'm blessed to have an amazing husband who understands the goal, understands the purpose over my life. We have had a conversation, many conversations about his purpose, my purpose. He owns a restaurant, so he's very busy as well. But it works because we understand where God wants us. So the short term of it is knowing what you got to do and knowing that there will be sacrifices. For the women on this call, the ladies on this call, some of the men may not like what I'm going to say right now, but I'm going to be honest to say that there's things in the household that need to be done, yes, but it doesn't need to be you that does it. And so I expensive, right? £10 an hour is, you know, for a couple of hours a day, the ironing needs to get done. I have an ironing lady, but it doesn't have to be me that does it, right? And so there are things that we do, and I help my, you know, my team and my mentees to prioritize, right? There are things that you currently do that you don't have to do, right? They need to get done, but you don't have to do them. How can you be able to, like my 9-year-old son, he does the dishes. I haven't washed the dishes for ages, right? I've taught him. I make sure that he does the dishes, right? So there's sometimes we spend time doing things that we enjoy rather than things that's going to get us to the purpose. So what can you cut out? What can you delegate? And also, you know, some of us are scrolling on TV. If you're watching Netflix, you're scrolling on Snapchat, you're on, you know, your social media, and that's not getting you to your goal. Why are you doing it? You know, you've got to make sacrifices. Stop doing some of the things that you know is not going to help you, and actually put some time aside to really work on what it is that you want. If you want it bad enough, you'll get it done.
Absolutely.
You get done. Anything that you want done, you'll get it done.
Wow.
If that helps.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Nikki. Question for Emmanuel. What type of investments do you recommend we put our savings in? If you're there, Emmanuel, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, what was the question again?
What type of investments do you recommend we put our savings in?
Good question. So it all depends on where you are and how much you have. I'd say, obviously, first of all, we always talk about making sure you've got an emergency fund. A lot of people have been caught out by the crash now, and what's happened now, because they put all their money in investing, didn't have money in an emergency fund. So first of all, look at emergency fund. And then, depending on what your goal is, you might want to look at, like Nikki was talking about, look at getting into property, or you may look at stocks and shares. That could be funds or individual shares in companies, or you may be looking at getting a side hustle business. You have to remember, like we said in the last recession, we saw companies that are now billion-pound companies that started in the last recession. So like Michael was saying in regards to, there's opportunities now. So if we look at it now, look at us, we're all on Zoom. We're all comfortable being on Zoom. Before this happened, it wasn't the same. We wasn't as comfortable as a country, but now everyone's realized that we can work from home. So what technology, what things are going to change, and how can you create something that can ride that wave? And that will be the next billion-pound company. So that's what. So I don't want to tell you to invest in one thing. I'm always about diversification, but those are the things that I'll be looking in. One is property. 2 is investing in stocks, shares, funds, pensions, whatever it may be, and 3 is investing in business.
Absolutely brilliant. Crazy nuggets there. Thank you so much. Cool. I think that's about it. Okay, brilliant. I think that's about it. Just going to end back on this power slot, on this. We're going to end as I should have welcomed. Yeah. The chapter and verse for Impact Careers is from Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. No matter where you are, who you are, what you've done, God has a plan for you, and that is that he plans, to give you hope and a future. Guys, I hope you found this session absolutely valuable. I have completely. Guys, let's end on a high. Let's end on a massive high. Let's drop some nines, flames, skies, water, anything in the chat box. Let's drop it all in the chat box. Let's say thank you to all our wonderful speakers. Thank you guys for coming on. Drop it all in the chat box. Let's end on a massive high. Guys, don't forget who you are, whom's you are. Don't forget to be smart with your money. Take those interview skills properly and know that you must visualize it and it will materialize. Again, Pastor Hyatt, Pastor Chris, God bless you guys. All the youth leaders, God bless you. Bam. Let's go.
Thank you so much. That was so amazing. Thank you all to everybody who logged in. Thank you to all the speakers. That was absolutely amazing. I mean, I just feel so inspired. Thank you to everyone. And yeah, Philip, you did that. Big up, Philip. Can everybody put their hands together for Philip? Just drop bare clap hands. I want to ask questions. Any questions, I would say, please just message Philip on his personal Instagram. Is that okay, Philip?
Yeah, that's fine.
What's your Instagram?
At Philip.
Yeah, so just put it in the group and he will answer any other questions that you have, because we have to close now. But yeah, Chris wants to say a couple of things.
Yes, sir. Brother Philip, I said I say Bishop. That was amazing. Guys, listen, I think we all need to just take 5 minutes and, like the others have been doing, give it back to every one of the leaders that have shared this evening. Drop a number 10 in the chat. Drop a number 10 and just say a big thank you to shout out them, because listen, I've taken so much away from the information I've received today. Guys, you leaders that have shared, my heart goes out to you. I pray that the Lord rewards you, restores you, gives back to you double measure for everything that you have poured out to us and all of the youth listening today. I am so grateful for you, your lives, your families, and I thank God for it. I thank Philip for arranging this event. Wow. At one point there was 70 plus people listening. It's crazy what God can do, and God is really going to do something amazing in your life, Philip, for arranging this. Guys, Harvest Church is here, Harvest Youth Impact on Instagram at Harvest Impact. Follow us. Listen to Youth Service on Sunday on Instagram. We really want to hear from you. We want to chat to you. We want to encourage you in this time and season that we're in. So please do follow on Sunday. We're going to have a great message for you, a great word to encourage you and impact you at this time of season. And please do take away something amazing from today. Be blessed. Stay safe. Brother Philip, back over to you, man.
Thank you, guys. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the other side. You've got the church email at, and you got mine at as well. Take care, guys, man. Let's go. Let's take action. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Michael.
Action.
Action.
Bye, everyone.